Hello, my name is Doug Green, and I'm the inventor of the Aqua Smart system. The Aqua Smart is a retrofit device that mounts on top of any 220-volt electric hot water heater. The system was designed to allow the homeowner to remotely control the operation of their water heater without having to remove the access panels and adjust the thermostat dials. Some 20 years ago, I developed the SkyTech remote control systems for gas fireplaces. You may even have one in your own home. I've used the same technology for the Aqua Smart. However, the Aqua Smart is an energy-saving device, and when activated, it can reduce your monthly energy bill. Kilowatt-hour rates vary throughout the country, and according to the Department of Energy, an electric hot water heater can consume from between 17 and 29% of your monthly energy bill. If you would like to review the kilowatt rates in your state, go to the website electricchoice.com. If you have purchased the Aqua Smart, we thank you. If not, details on the product can be found on our website, aquaenergysaver.com. This video will take you step by step through the installation of the Aqua Smart system. But before I begin, I would like to familiarize you with a standard electric hot water heater, how it operates, and some of its components. The water heater is one of the least appreciated appliances in the home and is only a topic of concern when there is no hot water for a shower or a bath. Your hot water heater may be located in the basement, in a closet, or even in the garage. Most electric hot water heaters are powered by 220 volts. They come in various capacities from 30 to 80 gallons, some even larger. They come in various wattages from 3,500 to 5,500 watts. They will have 2 onboard thermostats, and they will have 2 heating elements. Now let's begin by removing the access panels and showing you what's inside. I wanted to show you the inside of the water heater, and first of all I want to show you the onboard thermostats. This is the upper thermostat and this is the lower thermostat. A typical heating element will look like this, and it is installed inside the water heater at the top and at the bottom. When your water heater comes from the factory, the thermostat is set at 120 degrees. This is a safe operating temperature. However, if you're going to go on vacation, you might want to set that thermostat back. And to do that, you need to take a small screwdriver and adjust the top stat back, and you also have to do it at the bottom. With the Aqua Smart, all this will be done automatically by a remote control system. To install the receiver, you will need some tools: an electric drill with a 1/8 inch bit, a small wrench, wire cutters, a flathead and Phillips screwdriver, and a punch. I suggest that you use a circuit tester or a voltmeter to be sure the power to the water heater has been cut off. Before you begin, record the temperature of your hot water. Now, locate the temperature strip packed with the transmitter. Next, go to a faucet supplied by the water heater that the Aqua Smart is being installed on. Let the water run to its hottest temperature, and then fill a small glass with water. Immerse the temperature strip in the water and record the highest temperature. This temperature should reflect the temperature of the water in your hot water heater. Now let's begin the installation of the Aqua Smart. The first thing to do is to shut off the power to the water heater. Now remove the junction box covers on top of the water heater to which the incoming electric power wires are attached. Carefully expose the wires, removing the wire nuts one at a time. Check to be sure there is no power using a voltmeter or a circuit tester. Once you have determined there is no power coming from the supply lines, straighten the wires and remove the junction box cover. Remove the 4 screws that hold the receiver cover to the base. Inside the receiver, you will find a bag containing the necessary hardware to install the receiver. Position the receiver base over the junction box, covering the 2 wires coming out of the water heater. With the receiver base in place, mark the position of the 4 mounting holes with a punch or a nail. Drill 4 1/8-inch holes through the metal jacket on top of the water heater. Then drill an additional hole in the center of the junction box for the ground wire. Install the green ground wire that came with the hardware package. Using the sheet metal screws from the hardware bag, attach the receiver base to the top of the water heater. Using the incoming connector and power lines you removed from the junction box cover, mount the connector to the back of the receiver base. At this time, you should begin connecting the wires according to the wiring diagram in the owner's manual. All green wires or bare ground wires can be attached together with a wire nut. It is important to follow the wiring diagram for the other wires. Wires from the receiver are labeled, which will assist in making these connections. Please refer to the owner's manual. Tuck the wires into the retaining clip. Push the wires down into the raceway at the back of the receiver. The next step is the attachment of the thermal sensor assembly to the hot water tank. This will require the removal of the top access panel on the water heater. Remove the panel screws and any insulation in this area. You will probably have to remove the plastic insulator covering the onboard thermostat. The thermal sensor assembly consists of a wire attached to a magnet which exits the back of the receiver. The thermal sensor assembly controls the operation of the Aqua Smart system, and proper attention must be paid to its placement. To attach the thermal sensor assembly, locate an area which is exposed to the metal water tank. The best location to attach the magnet is to the left side of the thermostat. Another area would be at the top of the thermostat. Now position the magnet against the metal tank, making sure that the raised rib is on the top. Once positioned, a slight pull on the wire will confirm the assembly has been properly attached to the metal tank. Once the magnet has been attached to the tank, replace the plastic protector and any insulation previously removed. Now replace the access panel. At this time, you may replace the receiver cover, attaching it to the base with the 4 short screws previously removed. You will notice that there is a bypass switch at the base of the receiver. The position of this switch should be in the auto position. The only time the receiver should be put in the bypass position would be to troubleshoot problems with the water heater or the Aqua Smart system itself. Now restore power to the water heater. Prior to programming the transmitter, you should determine the wattage rating of your water heater. This number is usually found on the factory label applied to the side of the water heater. Record the number to be used later when programming the transmitter. There may be 2 numbers. Make sure you use the 240 volt number for US installation. Now you are ready to set up the transmitter. Locate the 2 AAA batteries and insert them in the back of the transmitter, being sure to install the batteries correctly. When the transmitter is activated, all the icons on the transmitter's LCD screen will illuminate for 2 seconds and a single beep sound will be heard. The hour digits and EE will display on the LCD screen. Now you are ready to teach the receiver the transmitter's unique security code. On top of the receiver you will see an opening marked Learn. With a small screwdriver, press the Learn button on the receiver. There will be a long beep indicating that the receiver is ready. Now push the Mode button on the transmitter, and you will hear a series of rapid beeps confirming that the Learn process has been completed. Next, push the Mode button on the transmitter, scrolling through the modes from Away to Vacation to Program. The LED lights on top of the receiver should change accordingly. Now continue with the initial setup of the transmitter. The initial setup of the transmitter includes setting the time, temperature scale, day of week, sensor balancing, and wattage rating. Push the Set button for more than 5 seconds. The hour digits will begin blinking on the screen. Press the up or down buttons to set the current hour in the corresponding AM/PM time period. Now press the Set button and the minutes will begin blinking. Press the up or down buttons to set the minutes. Press the Set button again and the temperature scale will begin blinking. The temperature scale is changeable from centigrade to Fahrenheit. Press the up or down buttons to change. Press the Set button again. The letter S icon at the top of the screen will begin blinking. This is prompting you to enter the day of the week. Press the up or down buttons to set the day. Press the Set button again. Now the sensor temp windows will begin blinking. As previously directed, you should have recorded the temperature of your hot water using the temperature strip. Press the up or down buttons to set the temperature you wrote down earlier. Press the Set button again, and the wattage window begins blinking. As previously directed, you should have recorded the wattage of your hot water heater. Press the up or down buttons to set this wattage. Now, press the Set button again to complete the initial setup. We suggest mounting the transmitter near your heating thermostat. Mount the transmitter with the hardware provided. We would like to thank you for watching our video. If you have questions, please review the detailed information in the owner's manual or contact us at our website, aquaenergysaver.com. We sincerely thank you for purchasing our product.